So we have seen how to work with the DOM, right? So that is, yeah. See, in order to manipulate the content of, in order to manipulate the content of HTML page, you have to read the elements, right? And I said every element, so every element can be called as one node, right? Okay, see node is represented as element and there are different types of what elements. But here node is a generic type and element is what here? Specific type. But here JavaScript provide different methods. JavaScript provide different methods for finding elements here. JavaScript provide different methods, but we have seen only two methods, right? One is get element by ID and one more is get elements. Yes, get elements by name, right? So because if you want to modify or if you want to change the properties of any element within the HTML, you should get the reference of that element. But how you are getting the reference of that element? By using DOM, right? Your DOM is provide document. Document is which object? Root object. And that object contain all the elements of which one? Web page. All the elements of the web page. And you are searching, see document dot means document is an object having one method. Within the document you are searching. Okay, now within the document you are searching elements. But by using what methods like get element by name and get element by what? ID, right? So get element by tag name or get element by class name. Okay, so there are different approaches are there for searching what here? Element. Okay, so let us see some more approaches of searching the elements within the document, because until unless you don't get the reference of the element, you cannot do any changes or you cannot perform any operation. Okay, now. So for every document, your browser create one DOM. Stuck again. Stuck again. Stuck. ఒక నిమిషం సిస్టమ్ కూడా స్ట్రక్ అయింది, కనెక్షన్ కూడా చాలా స్లో ఉంది.
Recording stopped.
So, okay. So, right. So I said how to work with the DOM. Now, there are different.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, there are different approaches out there here. Okay. So yesterday we have seen some methods for searching for the elements. Okay. Yesterday we have seen two methods. One is get element by ID, and one more is get element by which one? Names, right? Yeah. Okay, so for every document, your browser create a DOM object, right? Okay. For every document, what do you write? For every document, what do you write? For this document, okay. For this document, your browser, it means whenever you load this document within the browser, okay, whenever you load this document within the browser will create one object. So browser will create one object. So this is what here, some paragraph, right? So this is a paragraph. So whenever this web page, when you open this web page within the browser, the browser is creating which object? DOM objects. So what is the root object here? Document. So this is the object, right? Document is one object. So document refers what here? Your web page. And here document also refer which element? HTML. Okay, this document also refer which element? HTML. So this is also refers to an HTML, right? This document also refers to an HTML. And within this document, inside the document, what do you have? Two elements are there. Okay, these are called as child objects, and one is which one? Header, and one more is which one? Body. See here. So within the document is a root, and within these two elements are there. One is head and one more is a body. Right? Suppose if you want to search any element within the document, if you want to search any element, okay, suppose within the body, there's one more element is there. What is the element is there within the body? Paragraph. So there is one element called which one? Paragraph. Now what I want to do, I want to search an element. I want to search one element. Then where you search? You search within what here? Document. I want to search one element. Where you search? Within the document. So for searching, document is providing some methods or not? Yes. So document dot. Okay, document is an object, and this object provide one method called get element. Okay, get element. So get element by which one? ID. Get element by ID. Okay. If I'm saying get element by ID, and if I just give the ID name, suppose some paragraph 1. So where it is searching for this paragraph 1? Within the document. Where it is searching for this paragraph 1? Within document. So document is a root or not? Yes. So within this document, it search for which one? Paragraph, and return this object. Here paragraph is an object or not? Yes. But it is called as which object? Or it is called as which object? Node object. It is called as which one? Node. This a node is a generic or not? Yes. Node is a generic. Node is what here? Generic. But node, you have a different types of nodes, right? Okay. There is a paragraph node. There is an image. There is a header 1. There is a header 2. All these are called as which one? Nodes. But every node is having a type, element type or not? Yes. If the element type, suppose if I say element type, what is the element type? Paragraph. Getting or not? Okay. Yes. So this document is provide various methods for searching elements. And yesterday we have seen two methods. One is get element by ID, and one more is get elements by what? Name. Now we'll try to see some more methods of searching elements within the doc. You need to understand what is a document. What is a document? Is a root node of which one? DOM. It is a root node of DOM, and this document refers. Okay, this document refers. This document refers. Okay. Listen one class here. Why you listen two classes? What is the difference between equals and double equal in Java? What year? Listening one class, Sridhar? Two classes. Java script. Is learning Java script. ये आता ना वो आता बीच में So what is the difference between equals and double equal in Java? Nothing. Equals and double equal. Okay, right. अभी वो एलिमेंट्स नोड डिफरेंट इक्वल्स बोल के बोले फिर नोड्स एलिमेंट बोल रहे क्या है यार right? So node is a generic, element is a specific, right? Node is a generic. Node is what here? Generic. But element is what here? Specific. Node is a generic, right? So element is a specific. But actually after searching what it returns? Node. And then you verify the node type and find which element it is, right? So HTML elements are there. So manipulating HTML elements. But yesterday we have seen some approaches, right? Yesterday we have seen some approaches. But there are different ways out there for finding which one? Elements. So finding HTML elements with what here? ID. Finding HTML elements by what? Tag name. And finding HTML elements with what? Class name. And finding HTML elements by CSS selectors. and finding HTML elements by using HTML object collections. Now this is based on this is related with the forms. Okay. Now yesterday already I said, but I'm just repeating again. Okay, finding. So this is finding HTML element by which one? ID. But every element is having ID or not? Yes. But ID of element is what? Unique. ID of element is what here? Unique. So one of the easiest way to find the element within the document by using which one? ID. So the easiest way to find an HTML element in the DOM is by using element ID. So whenever you create any element, right? Whenever you create any element, will you give the ID for that element or not? Yes. For example, this is a paragraph. This is a paragraph. And what is the ID of this paragraph? Some intro is there. So that is finding HTML elements by which one? ID. And this is one more paragraph. But is it this paragraph is having any ID? No. Now this example demonstrates the get element by ID method. Now there is one more paragraph is there. And what is the name of this ID? Demo. So how many paragraphs are there within the document? 2 paragraphs are there. One paragraph ID is what? Intro. And one more paragraph ID is what? Demo. Okay. So suppose I want to find both the paragraphs. One is intro and one more is what? Demo. I want to read. Now suppose you are saying constant or variable element. Why it is constant? Because is it constant can be changed or never changed? Never changed. So you are trying to find the element by using which one? ID. Get element by ID. And what is the name of the ID? Intro. So within the document, you are searching for the element. You are not searching paragraph. What you are searching? Are you searching paragraph? Huh? No. You are not searching paragraph. Not by tag name. You are not searching by tag name. You are searching by ID. Okay. ID means you can assign that ID to any element or tag or not. Yes. You can assign that ID to any tag or what? Element. So any element which is having intro, you are searching it. Okay. But this is not by tag name. It is by using what? Element ID. Right. So you are saying document dot get element ID. Get element by ID. And what is the ID you are searching for? Intro. But intro is the ID given to which one? Paragraph. Intro is the ID given to paragraph. Right. Then you are saying document dot get element by ID and you are searching with what here? Demo. Is it any element with the ID demo is exist or not? Yes. Okay. Now what is this here? Second paragraph. And within this paragraph, you are adding. What you are adding? You are adding the content. How can you add the content? You can add the content by using one attribute called which one? Inner HTML. You can add the content by using one attribute called which one? Inner HTML equal to. Now, this paragraph is empty or not? Yes. Within this paragraph, you are adding the content by saying document dot get element by which paragraph you are getting? Demo. And within that, you are adding some text. What is that text you are adding? By using, this is text from the intro paragraph is element dot inner HTML. But what is the element here? Intro. It means this element. What is this element? See here, element here. Here what you are doing? You are assigning the value. But here what you are doing? Reading the value. You are reading the value. You are reading the value of which one? Element. But what element is holding? What element is holding? This element is holding which paragraph? Paragraph whose ID is what? Intro. And you are reading which content? Paragraph content by using which one? Inner HTML. Now this is used for reading as well as for what? Writing. It is used for reading as well as what? Writing content within the element. Within the element. So here you are assigning the value, but here you are reading the value. What is the value inside the intro paragraph? Finding HTML by ID. and that you are concatenating with what? This is a text. This text is the text from the intro paragraph is okay. Then what is the text you'll get? Finding HTML element by ID, and that you are inserting into which paragraph? Paragraph whose ID is which one? Demo. Just see here, inner HTML. Inner HTML is used to read the content of which one? Blog or paragraph or text. You can read that. You can read as well as what? Write. You can read as well as write. So that is done by using inner HTML. Yeah, event listeners I'll tell you. But first we'll see all these basics. Okay, then how to handle the events. Everything we'll see. Don't worry about that. Okay. Yes. But this is searching element by ID, right? Yes. Now once you run this, you can see yeah, there is a difference between document.write and inner HTML. Yes, these both are not same. These are what here different, because inner HTML is a attribute of which one? Element. Inner HTML is the attribute of element, and this is used to read content of the element. Content of the element, and document.write is different. So document.write always it will write as one new page, right? New page. Document.write will write in a new page. Okay, now JavaScript HTML DOM. So finding HTML element by ID. Now you can see this text is this text is from the intro paragraph is, so finding HTML element by which one? ID. So this is read. This content is read from the paragraph whose ID is what here? Intro. And this content you are adding into which paragraph? The paragraph whose ID is what here? Demo, right? But this is searching element by which one? ID. But you can also search element by, element by which one? Name. Which name it is? Tag name. Tag name, not by using name. This is by using which name? Tag name. Means there will be multiple tags with the same name or not? There will be multiple tags with the same name or not? Yes. There is a multiple tags with the same name. For example, in this example, how many paragraphs are there? 2 are there. Now this is P and this is also, sorry. So how many paragraphs are there? 3 are there. This is 1, 2, and one more is which one? 3. So whenever you are searching elements by the tag name, this tag name get elements by tag name returns what? Array. Get elements by tag name returns what? Array, because there will be multiple tags with the same name or not? Yes. There will be multiple tags with same name. Now when you are saying array, then from array, how you read the elements? From array, how you read the elements? By using index. How you read the elements? By using index, right? So in array, each element is identified with what? Index, right? Each element is identified with the index. Like you'll say 0, 1, 2, and what is that? 3. Suppose within the document have a multiple paragraphs. Within the document, multiple paragraphs are there, right? Suppose if I'm saying get elements by which name? Tag name. Get elements by tag name. And what is the name of the tag? Paragraph. Okay, then this is a variable called which one? A. What A is? A is which one now? Array. A is which one? Array. How many paragraphs are there? 3 are there. Where you'll say A of 0. This A of 0 refers to which one? First paragraph. And A of 1 refers to which paragraph? Second paragraph. And A of 2 refers to which paragraph? Third paragraph. Reading on. So get element by tag name that returns an array of tags, and that will be written inside one array. That will be written inside one array. Now in this case, how many paragraphs are there? 3 paragraphs are there. This is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and this is paragraph 3. Now you are saying elements equal to document dot get elements by tag name. So what is the syntax of this is document dot get elements by what here? Tag name. So tag name, and here you represent tag name as what here? String. You represent the tag name as what? String. So this returns, okay, this return what? Array of which one? Array of tags. Array of tags, or you can call it as which one? Nodes. Array of nodes. Array of tags or nodes, or what is this? Elements. But you are searching with a particular name where you are saying document dot get element by, get elements by tag name paragraph, and you are saying document dot get element by ID. And what is the name of paragraph you are searching for, whose ID is what? Demo dot inner HTML. Now this text is the paragraph. Which paragraph? Which paragraph? Suppose if I am writing element of 0, this is written how many paragraphs? This is written element. Element is what now? Element is what now? Array. Element is what here? Array. And this is having a reference of which one? First paragraph. This is having a reference of second paragraph. This is having a reference of third paragraph. Okay, then where you are saying document dot get element by ID. What is this here? Demo. Now you are getting the reference of which paragraph? Whose ID is demo dot inner HTML. So you are adding the content here. This text is the first paragraph whose index is what? 0. Where you are saying elements of which one? 0. Elements of 0 is referring to which paragraph? First paragraph. What is the content of the first paragraph? Finding HTML elements. Finding HTML elements by which name? Tag name. Okay, this is concatenated with this text is first paragraph whose index is what? 0. And this will be added into which one? Paragraph. This is added into which one? Paragraph. So dynamically you are reading the paragraph content. But how? Each element is identified with what here? Index. So the index starts from where? 0. Each element is identified with the index. That index starts with what? 0. Right? 0, 1, 2. Right? Because total how many paragraphs are there? 3. But instead of this, can I write? Instead of this, now I'll try to do some changes here also. See here. We are reading the content of first paragraph, and we are adding into which paragraph? Whose paragraph? Whose ID is what? Demo. That is nothing but 2. Suppose if I run this. For example, if I run this, now you can see. So the text in first paragraph index is 0. Finding HTML elements by which name? Tag names. Here, this paragraph content you read, and you added this paragraph content into what? Third paragraph. So can you write this? Can you write this document dot? Instead of saying document dot, can I say elements of? Instead of saying document dot, can I say in the place of this, can I say elements? Can I say element of which one? 2. What is element of 2? What is the first paragraph index? 0. What is the second paragraph index? 1. What is the third paragraph index? 2. Paragraph 2, element of 2 dot. What is this now? Inner HTML equal to, this is the text. The text in first paragraph you are assigning to which paragraph? The text in first paragraph you are assigning to which paragraph? Third paragraph. Okay, by saying element of 2. Because element is which type here? Array. Element is which type here? Array. So you are reading the element. You are reading the content of first paragraph. You are assigning to which paragraph? Third paragraph. Okay, but you are reading the content of first paragraph. Can I read the content of second paragraph? Yes. Then you will say element of which one? 1. 1 is referring to which paragraph? Second paragraph. Second paragraph. Now you can see this example demonstrates the get element by tag name method. So, but each element which is identified with what? Index. And that index starts with what here? 0. So get elements by tag name. Get elements by tag name. What it is returning? Array. Get elements by tag name. What it is returning? It is returning array of elements. It is returning array of elements, because we'll have one tag with, will you have multiple tags or multiple tags with the same name or not? Yes. Either it is one or more than one, it returns it as what? Array. For example, I take one header h1. I take one header. What is this here? h1. This is called as what? Header 1. Suppose I'll say constant. This is some element, some e equal to document dot get element by tag name. What is the tag name I've given? h1. Okay, but is it this is array, na? Is it this is array or only one element or array of elements? Array of elements only. Either it is one element or more than one element. It is written as what? Array only. Suppose I'm saying here, I just write here. Suppose assume that I try to add this content into another header, that is header 2. So this header 2 is empty, right? This header 2 is empty. Now constant e1 equal to document dot get element by what? Tag name. Get element by tag name. And what is the name of the tag? h2. There is a h1 and there is a h2. E1 dot what is that? Inner HTML. E1 is referring to which one? E1 is referring to which one? h2. E1 dot inner HTML. But E1 is an array or not? Yes. E1 of 0 dot inner HTML equal to E of 0 dot what is this now? Inner HTML. So are you read the content or not? Yes. Now you can see header 1. So the content of header 1 you put inside. The content of header 1 you put inside header 2. The content of header 1, see here. You read the content of header 1, and that content you put inside what here? Header 2. I said E1 of 0. E1 is what here? H2. Dot inner HTML equal to E of 0 dot inner HTML. If you want, you print the type of this, or E1 dot inner HTML equal to E dot inner HTML or text. Okay. Yes. But this will return, actually this will return. What it returns? It returns always get element by tag name. Always get element by tag name. Always get element by tag name returns an array. Always get elements by tag name returns what? Array. Because there will be a multiple tags with the same name. There will be a multiple tags with the same name, right? Then next, this is searching it with the help of which one? Get element by what? Tag name. Yes, listen here. Listen. Pressure so ఈరోజు వచ్చిండ్రు క్లాస్కి. ఓకేనా బాబు తమ్ముడు? పోతారా బయటికి? పోండి. ఏం ఇక మళ్ళీ బూతులు వస్తాయి. ఇక్కడ ఉండి ఏమీ చేసేది లేదు. ఓకేనా? పో ఉండే బయటికి పోతారా ఉంటారా? ఉండే ఏం చేస్తున్నావు నువ్వు? ఉండే ఏం చేస్తున్నారు మీరు? ఏం చేయట్లేదు. ఇద్దరు మొబైల్ చూస్తున్నావు, నువ్వేమో ఏం చేస్తున్నావు నీకు తెలుస్తుందా? ఫస్ట్ టైం ఈరోజే చూస్తున్నాం మిమ్మల్ని. రోజు వస్తున్నారా? అమాసకు పుణ్యానికి వస్తారా? ఈరోజు అమాసనా పుణ్యమా? నేను ఉన్నాను లేను క్లాస్ సార్ రెగ్యులర్గా వస్తున్నా లేదని చెక్ చేయడానికి వచ్చిరా? डेली नहीं आ रहे वो लोग, आज आए बोल के बोला, जुम्मा जुम्मा आ रहे बोल के। कल है जुम्मा, आज ही आ गए लोग। सही है नहीं? క్లాసులు లేవా ఈరోజు మీకు? వేరే క్లాసులు లేవా? దేంట్లో వచ్చి కూర్చున్నారా? Right. So here get element by, so get element by what here? Tag name. Okay, but this will return which one? Array. Okay, yes. Now you can also search, this is one more example. Get element by id and get element by which one? Tag name, right? So one more example, but finding HTML elements with what? Class name. See here, how many HTML element is identified with what? 3, right? ID, name, and one more is what? Class. Okay, every element is having 3. Okay, ID, name, and class. Okay, there is a class selector, there is a ID selector, and there is a name selector, and there is a tag selector. That is what you do in CSS also, right? In CSS, how you apply the styles? You apply the styles using ID. You apply the style using name, class, name, class, ID, as well as tag, right? So same thing here also. Okay, you are searching, finding HTML elements with what? Class name, because element also have what? Class. Okay, class. If you want to find all HTML elements with the same class name, you are using get elements by what here? Class name. Generally when you use the class name, to apply the style, how you represent style? Using class selector is there or not? Yes, you'll say dot h1 dot, yes, dot a, dot b, dot c, all these are which selectors? Class selectors. Okay, you can apply or you can find HTML elements with what name? Class name also. Class name, but for that you are using get elements by class name. Again you have a paragraphs, but there are some paragraphs here. So there is a paragraph, but see, every element is uniquely identified with what? ID. ID is always unique. But name is not unique, and class is also not unique. Okay, only one unique thing is there. What is that? ID. It means you have to understand. Suppose if you are searching element with the name, what will happen? Will it return? If you are searching elements by name, will it return one value or more than one value? More than one value. More than one value means where it returns into array. Right? In the same way, this one also get elements by class name. So there is multiple tags with the same class name or not? Yes. So there is a paragraph. See, this is a paragraph whose class name is what? Intro. And this paragraph class name is also what? Intro. So how many paragraphs with the same class name? 2 paragraphs. Then it will return this paragraphs into one array. It will return this into what? Array. So what you can do by getting the class? What you can do by getting the class? Can you manipulate and can you change the properties of this paragraph or not? Yes, you can change the properties of this particular paragraph. But when until unless you don't get the reference, right? Within the JavaScript, until unless you don't get the reference of the node or element, you cannot do any changes. You cannot do any manipulation. So these methods are very important. Without knowing these methods, you cannot do anything in what? JavaScript. Without knowing these methods, you cannot do anything in the JavaScript. You have to understand this. Okay, now? So there are different approaches for doing this. Okay, so there are two classes. This paragraph whose class name is intro, and this paragraph whose class name is also what again? Intro. Now this example demonstrates the get elements by class name. Okay, but there is a paragraph whose ID is what here? Demo. So where you are reading the content of this paragraphs and you are writing inside which paragraph whose ID is what? Demo. So what you are doing? Constant. There's a constant. What is this? X. You are saying document dot get elements by class name. And what is the name of the class it will search for? Intro. So what is the name of the class? It search for intro, right? So this is again returns one array. But how many elements are with the class name intro? 2 elements. But both the elements are which type? Both the elements are which type here? Paragraph. Both the elements are which type? Paragraph. Now this index is 0 and this index is 1. So document dot get element by ID, and within this you are writing. Now inside this what you are writing? You are reading the content of which paragraph? First paragraph. This you can call it as x of 0, and this is called as what here? X of 1. X of 0 and this is x of 1. X of 1. See, inner HTML means you can able to add one more tag also. For example, inner HTML, I can write h2 not as a plain text. Not as a plain text. You are writing one HTML. You are writing one HTML text. You are writing one HTML text or HTML what? String. Inside which one? Paragraph. But it is not as a plain text. It will take this as what? Again one more HTML. You can add within this string, you can add which tags here? HTML tags. For example, inner HTML. Can I put one more tag inside this paragraph? Yes, but not as a plain text. See, there is one more attribute is there. What is the name of this attribute? Is inner text. There is one attribute called which one? Inner text. Inner text and inner HTML. But this is as which text here? Plain text. This is as which text here? Plain text. But here you'll be adding along with which one? Tags. Here you are adding along with which one? Tags. That you can call it as which one? Inner HTML. Right? Just to see here. We'll see those methods and attributes. What is the differences? But here you are reading the content of which one? X of 0. What is X of 0? Hello world. X of 0 hello world, or finding HTML elements by class name? Finding HTML elements by class name. Sorry. Hello na? Either. First one or second one? Second one, because you are searching by what name? Class name. So how many are there with the same class? 2 are there. So this is a first element, and this is what here? Second element. And you are reading the content of which element? First element. And you are putting inside which element? Third element. But this is searching element with what name? Class name. So reading it. Class name. So you also give the class name here. Yes. You also read it with the class name here. Now you can see the first paragraph with the class intro is, what is the name of this here? Hello world. So you read the content of this, but how you read the content? By searching this paragraph or element with what here? Class. But generally class is given to which one? Selectors, right? So finding HTML elements with the CSS selectors. If you want to find an HTML elements that match the specific CSS selector, that is what? ID, class name, types, attributes, values of attributes, etc. Then use which selector? Query selector all method. What is the name of this method? Query selector all method, and this will find with ID, class name, or types or attributes or values of attributes. Values of attributes. Okay. Suppose within CSS, there will be an attribute and there will be a value of which one? Attribute. For example, now you are trying to define one style. Okay. You'll say no, like style. Okay, style. This is defining which style? CSS, right? There is a style. What is this here? There is a tag selector or element selector. There is a tag selector or element selector, or there is a class selector. What is the name of the class? I'm saying some A. So within this, I'll be defining some attributes, right? Attributes like which one? Color. What is the color here? Attribute. Color is nothing but which one? Attribute. Color is attribute, and then define the value. What is the value of this attribute? Color. Now I want to search the element based on which selector? CSS selector. But when you work with inline selectors, when you work with what? Inline means you give along with what name? Or you give along with what name? Tag name, right? Within the tag. For example, what is the name of the method you are using? What is the name of the method you are using? Query selector. Query selector is yours. Query selector all or query selector is yours for finding HTML elements by using which one? CSS selectors. So CSS selectors can be ID or class name or types or attributes or values of attributes. For example, now you can see query selector method all. Now you can see there is a constant document dot query selector all. Okay, p dot, what is that? Intro. P means what? P means what here? Paragraph. And what is the name of the class? What is the name of the class? Intro. P is nothing but paragraph. What is the name of the class? Intro. Okay, so document dot get element by ID. What is the name of this? You are getting the ID of which paragraph? Them. So you are trying to get okay, you are trying to get all the queries select. You are trying to get based on which one? CSS select. Paragraph. P means what here? Paragraph. Dot which one? Intro. Okay, paragraph. What is the name of the class? Intro. Paragraph is what name? Element name. Paragraph is what name? Element name. And intro is what name? Class. Now this is a class selector or not? Yes. This is a class selector. This is which selector? Class selector, right? And you are reading x of 0 dot inner HTML means you are reading the content of which paragraph? First paragraph, and you are writing inside which paragraph? Third paragraph. By using which property? Inner HTML. But this is called as which selector? Class selector. Dot. Generally dot is used for what? Class selector. But this is along with what name you are searching? Element name. What is the name of the element? Paragraph. Okay. Because see, this class selector can be applied to either one element or more than one element. Suppose the same class is applied to another element. Assume that some H2. Okay, it is applied to what? Another element called H2. Then I'll say H2 dot which one? Intro. Paragraph dot intro. H2 dot intro. So it will search for the CSS selector where the paragraph dot intro or h2 dot intro. But there will be a multiple elements with the same class name. Because of that, is it this get query selector all? Will it return one element or collection of elements? Collection of elements, and this collection of elements are written inside what? Array. So here X is an array or not? Yes. Just as here, first one is get element by ID. You can search it by using which one? ID. See here how many methods are there for searching. Finding HTML elements by ID, finding HTML elements by what? Tag name, and finding HTML elements by what? Class name, finding HTML elements by CSS selectors, or finding HTML elements by HTML object collections. Okay, now this is selector, right? Which selector? CSS selector. For that, you are using query selector. Now, next one is finding HTML element object with what? Collection. Collections means, for example, if you take form is there. Form. Is it form is a collection or not? Yes. Form is a collection which contain. Okay. Form is a collection. See here. Form is a collection. So find the form elements with the ID form1 in the forms collection and display all elements values. Display all elements values. Here, find the form element with the ID form1. Suppose in this, I created one form, and what is the name of the form here? Form1. And inside this form1, how many elements are there? Inside this form1, how many elements are there? There is a input type what here? Text. There is an input type what here? Text. It means there is a first name and there is what? Or there is a first name and there is a last name, and there is a input type is which button? Submit button, and whose value is what here? Submit. Is it form is a collection or not? Yes. And this collection is having how many elements? How many elements are there? 3 elements are there. I want to read these 3 elements and I want to display what? Values. I want to read these 3 elements, then I want to display the values, right? Then how you read these 3 elements and display the values? For that, you are using document dot what is that? Forms. Document dot forms. And what is the name of the form? What is the ID of the form? Form1. This is very much useful for doing which manipulation? Form level validations. If you want to do form level validations, will you read each element from the form or not? Yes. But how you are reading the elements from the form? As one collection. You are saying document dot, which one? Forms. And what is the name of the ID? Form1. So will it this written one element of the form or all the elements? All the elements. How many elements are there in the form? 3 elements are there. One is the first name, last name, and one more is what? Submit button. First name, last name, and one more is a submit button. You are saying text. You are displaying the text. X dot element. X dot elements. X dot elements. X is what here? Array. X is what here? Array. But this array is having what? Elements. X dot elements of which one? I. So each element is having an index. Now you are trying to read the value of which element? First element. Okay, what is the first element value here? Donald. What is the second element value is what here? Duck. What is the third element value here? Submit. You are trying to display all the values. Okay. Yes. But where you are trying to display this text inside the paragraph whose ID is what? Demo. Just as here. This is helpful when you are doing which validations? Form level validations. How can you read the elements of the form? How can you read the elements of the form as one collection? See here, finding HTML elements by HTML object collections. For that, find the form elements with the ID form1 in the form collection and display all element values. What is that? You are trying to select by using document dot Document dot which one? Forms. And document dot forms, it followed by what? ID. Document dot forms, and what is the name of the ID here? Form 1. And this will return all the elements exist within form. All the elements exist within form. You are saying x dot elements of which one? I. It means x is one collection, and this collection is having one attribute called which one? Elements. And you are reading each element from what? Collection. Okay, so each element is identified with what? Index. Each element is identified with what? Index, right? Yes. Just see this one, otherwise. But see, all these methods are repeated again when you are trying to manipulate content of the page. But first you have to understand how to read content of it. How to read the content of it. Now you can see, okay, now these are the values of each element in the form. So first element values which one? Donald. Second element values which one? Doug. What is the value of third element? Submit. So once you read the value, based on this value, can you check the validation or not? Yes. You can check the validation by reading elements from which one? Form. Okay. So your form is one collection, document.forms, and it followed by which name? ID. ID of the form. So these are different approaches. These are different approaches by using which you search the elements within the web page. Okay, how many approaches are there? 5 are there. Finding HTML element by ID, tag name, class name, CSS selector, HTML object collection, and yesterday we have seen finding HTML elements by which one? By name. Find HTML elements by getting what? Name. Name also you can use it. Yesterday we have seen that. Document dots here. Document dot. Sorry. Yeah, document dot get. You can say get by ID, get by class name, get by name, get by tag name, get elements by tag names. Okay, get a root node, get a, so there are so many getters are there or not? Yes. Okay. Yes, you can read elements in different ways. Once you read the elements, what you can do? Can you do the changes or not? Yes. Then how can you do the changes within the element? How can you do the changes within the element? Right? How can you do the changes within the element? And this can be done. Okay. This can be done by using various approaches. Okay. So doing changes within. So the HTML DOM allows JavaScript to change the content of HTML elements. The HTML DOM allows JavaScript. HTML DOM allows JavaScript to do changes the content of which one? HTML element. For that, you are using different methods. So changing the HTML content, the easiest way to modify the content of an HTML is by using which one? Inner HTML property or inner HTML what? Attribute. Inner HTML property or inner HTML attribute. To change the content of an HTML element, use this syntax. Document dot get element by ID, ID dot, which one here? Inner HTML, and you give what? New HTML. Okay, new HTML. See here. How can you change the content of the HTML? By using which one? Inner HTML property or attribute of which one? Element. So the easiest way to modify, see, this inner HTML is not only for modifying, this inner HTML is used for both reading as well as what? Writing. This inner HTML is used for reading as well as what? writing. Both you can do it by using inner HTML. Okay, suppose assume that. Okay, suppose it is used for reading as well as which one? Writing. Paragraph ID equal to what? P1. So what is the name of this paragraph? P1. Okay, now. So this is paragraph 1. There is a paragraph. So what is the name of this ID? P2. Now this is which paragraph? Second paragraph. Okay. This is paragraph 1 and there is a paragraph 2. So these paragraphs are empty or not? Yes. This paragraph's empty. So is it having any content in this paragraph? No. So what you can do is you can add it. Okay. You can add it. How can you add it? Document dot write the script. Within the script, document dot get element by what? ID. And what is the ID of this here? P1. So P1 dot which one? Inner HTML equal to, I'm just writing this is what here? Paragraph 1. This is paragraph 1 and document dot get element by ID. And this is what here? Paragraph 2 dot inner HTML. Then what I'm saying, I'm just writing with the H1. This is what is this? This is some topic. This is a topic. Topic what here? 1. Okay. So I write one HTML text, not as a plain text here, but this is modifying during runtime. This is modifying during what? Run. Now you can see paragraph 1 and this is what here? Topic 1. Now suppose here what you did? You assign content to this or not? Yes. Okay, then suppose I want to read it. Suppose I'm saying constant S1 equal to document dot. Okay, document dot. What is this now? Get element by ID. So what is the name of this here? P1 dot inner HTML. This is reading or writing? This is reading or writing? Reading. This is reading. You are reading and assigning to which variable? S1. Okay, you are reading the content of which paragraph? Paragraph 1. You are reading the content of paragraph 1. Okay, there is a constant. S2 is another string. Document dot get element by ID. And what is this here? Paragraph 2 dot inner HTML. This will read the content of which paragraph? Paragraph 2. This will read the content of paragraph 2. So this is used for both reading as well as what? Writing. Yes. Can we replace with images and audio also in these operations? Yes. That also will see it. Okay. Right. So document dot get elements by ID. So this is paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. But if you see the output, can you see anything, right? No. Okay, then if I want this to be displayed, what will I do? I'll take another paragraph. So that is paragraph. ID is a paragraph. So this is a paragraph, which one? 3. So where I'm saying document dot get element by ID, which one? Paragraph 3 dot which one? Inner HTML equal to S1 plus what here? S2. So I read the content of this both the paragraphs and put inside what? Paragraph 3. So that is paragraph 1 and topic 1. But not as a plain text. This is not as a plain text. But there is also a document dot inner text. So document dot get element by, yeah, we'll see that. Okay. But this is, what is the name of this attribute here? Inner HTML. So inner HTML, it followed by a new HTML. New HTML means this can be anything. Don't think that you have to add only the text. I'll say document dot get element by ID. And what is this paragraph 3? Equal dot inner HTML. Inner HTML. I'm saying here, what I'm writing? Anchor. So A, and I'm saying href. A href equal to some www dot some nareshit.com. And here I'm saying Naresh IT. Okay, Naresh IT, right? So this is which tag here? Anchor. This is anchor tag, right? So I try to place this anchor within the paragraph. So this is a paragraph, right? So what is the value of this here? Naresh IT. So just open. You have to write HTTP, complete URL. Okay, right? So just open which one? Naresh IT, right? Just try to understand any HTML you can write it. So don't think that you can write only a text. Don't think that you can write only a text. Any HTML tag you can put inside what? For example, there is what here? Division is there. Okay, division ID equal to which one? D1. This is a division. Okay, now this is one division. What is the ID of this division? D1. Okay. What I'm saying, document dot get element by ID. So what is the name of this division? What is the name of this division? D1 dot inner HTML equal to what I can put here? Image. Okay, image. I'm using which tag? Image. And image source. I try to take slash images. Images slash. What happened here? So what is the name of the tag? What is the name of the tag? IMG source. What is the source? Where is my image? Okay, slash images. I'm writing images slash. Okay, some image d dot. Okay, d dot some JPG. Okay, right? D dot JPG. Now this is the image. But where you are trying to put this inside division. So what is the division here? Division 1. So this image is displayed or not? Yes, dynamic. Okay, now this image is what here? Dynamic, right? So any HTML content you can put inside. Okay, so this is inside what here? Division. Inside the division. So dynamically. You can put what here? Dynamically. So for that, you are using inner HTML. You are using what here? Inner HTML, right? Please just try to understand this. How can you read and how can you read and write? So changing the content of it. Reading also you can do it by using inner HTML, or you can use, or you can changing the value. See here. What you're now in this case, what you're doing here, you are changing. What you're doing, you are changing HTML content. Here you are changing what? HTML content. But I want to change the which value? Element value. This element also have some properties or not? Yes. For example, image is there. Image source. Now at the time of displaying the image is, for example, in the previous case, now this is image. But when I click on the button, right, I want this image to be changed. So same, what is image? Same. Image ID is same, but source is what? Different. I need to change which one? Source. Instead of that file name, I should give what? Another file name. So is it image source? Source is what here? Attribute. Source is a attribute. And what is the value of that attribute? Image file name. What is the value of that attribute? Image file name. Can I change the value of it or not? Yes. Okay, I can change the value. But how you change the value? By using this syntax. Okay. So changing the value of an attribute. Okay. So to change the value of an HTML attribute, use this syntax. What is that syntax? Document dot get element by ID. It followed by what? ID of the element. Okay, it followed by the ID of the element. Yes, dot, which one here? Attribute. Attribute means property. Okay, na? And equal to which value? New value. New value is there. Okay, for example, now this is having one image. Suppose this is having same thing I said, no, just now. Image is there. We'll have one image here. For example, document dot image. ID is image. And what is this image I'm taking here is some Dhoni dot JPG. Then I'll change this. Oh, कौन है यार? Ruturaj is there, no? Rraj dot JPG. So what is the name of the attribute I've taken? SRC. Okay. What is the name of the ID I've taken? See, document dot get element by ID. And what is the ID here? Image. Okay. But actually, originally image is which one? Dhoni. But if you run this, it will display which one? Ruturaj, right? Path is not given. Images slash. Path is not given. Yes. Images slash. What happened here? Images only. First we'll see image is displayed or not. Image ही display नहीं हो रहा है. PNG यार, अरे what here? PNG, JPG you said. So now this is image displayed, right? Next is what? This is JPG only. This is PNG. Okay. So I change this from, this is also what here? PNG. So now image get what here? Change it. Okay, but dynamic, same image, content is changed, image is same, frame is same. पहले कौन था? धोनी था. बाद में क्या करे? धोनी को निकाल के इसको डाल दिए, बस उतना है. Frame is only one image, right? Frame is only one, but you remove one image and you put what? Another image. That's the reason you search this tag with what here? ID. So take two images. Okay, this is image and this is another. But any attribute you can change it. For example, you can change any attribute. Document dot get element by ID. What is this image? Dot what do you want to change? Which attribute you want to change? Just define. So here you take a source, right? But I want to change the attribute called which one? Width. Width is attribute, right? And height is also attribute. But this time I'm changing which one? Width. I change the width to some 300. Okay, now then document dot get element by ID. Get element by ID. And what is the name of this here? Image. Name of this is image. And what you are changing? Which property are you changing? Height. So height also I define it as what? 300. But initially height is different. But this height is changed or not? Yes. But initially what is the height? Width 160 and 120. But you are changing this width and height dynamically by using which one? JavaScript, right? But how you are getting the reference of the image? By using get document dot get element by ID. What is the name of the image tag? Image. And which property, which attribute value you are changing? Source. Which attribute value you are changing? Width. Which attribute value you are changing? Height. Can you give a border? Border is also an attribute. Tell me here. Image is having any attribute called border? Border is what? Style, right? Okay. Border is there or not there? There. Okay, but this is applied as one style. Alternative is there. If image is not displayed, what do you display? Alternative, it, right? PNG, yes. Okay. So you can change the value of any attribute by getting the reference of that attribute and changing it. For example, what is there now? For example, yes, any element you take it. For example, paragraph is there. Paragraph is there, and paragraph. And what you are changing? Style. Can I give a style? Style which one? Color. This is which color? Color means which color? Which color here? Font color. Okay, na? Color is there. Then next one is, I define which one? Size. Okay, size is given. Oh, size measurement, right? But I just given paragraph. Color is blue. And this is what is it? Paragraph. Sorry. This is what here? Paragraph. But what is the color of this paragraph? In blue. Okay. Now I want to change this paragraph color from blue to what? Or blue to what? Some other color. Then this paragraph is having ID. What is the ID of this paragraph? P1. Okay, na? So document dot what? Get element by ID. What is the element you are searching for? P1 dot. What do you want to change? What do you want to change? Style. Style. Which one? Color. Color. I changed to what here? Some green. So color red to what here? Green. Okay, anything you can change it, right? Dynamically, but just read first reference of that element, and whichever attribute you want to change, just give the name of the attribute. Just give the name of the attribute and followed by which one? Value. Name of the attribute and followed by the value. Anything you can take. Not only this, any. So this is another example here. Yes. Now even you can manipulate the content of the HTML dynamically. So JavaScript can create dynamic HTML content. What is this? How can you create HTML content? What dynamical? But till now, what we did? We search the element. We search the element with the ID, name, class, query selector, tag name, and after that we read the value. We change the attributes. But how can you add the content into the HTML? How? Dynamical. Dynamic HTML content. But generally, dynamic HTML content is nothing but creating one more new page. Dynamic HTML content is nothing but creating one new page. But how you can create a new page? By using document. Document is which one? Root. Document dot. What is that? Write. Document dot write. Document dot write. Document dot write. Will write where? In the same document or new document? New document. It will not write in the same document. It will write in the new document. Okay, na? So for that you are using document dot write. So we'll see how to create a dynamic HTML content, but not today, but tomorrow we'll see this. Okay, na? So tomorrow we'll see dynamic HTML content, and we'll see how to add the events and all the things, event handling, right? So we'll stop it here today, and tomorrow we'll continue this, right? Thank you. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you. Right. We'll see tomorrow, right? Thank you. Right. Prashant, tomorrow I'll repeat again.